momento, gente. Estoy compartiendo. Vale, ya está. Vamos a darle. Vale, ¿esto qué es? B. Vale, pues tendré que rebobinar. Que lo estuve probando ayer un poquito. Vale, este juego episódico se adapta a las decisiones que tomes. Vale. Durante miles de años la casa Forrester ha sido un leal vasallo de la casa Stark. En los confines más oscuros de Westfold cosechan los extraños árboles Ironwood. Ahora el norte ha sido destrozado por la guerra y las casas rivales buscan reclamar el Ironwood de los Forrester. Buenas, Virus, ¿qué pasa? Matarreyes rompe juramentos, puesto de rodillas por los hombres del norte y puesto en libertad por las mujeres. Uno creía que logró el mismo. Vale. Corre mucho, tío. Sarita la guerrera peligrosa.
Make sure it's spotless this time. Lord Forrester won't be happy with blood and...
Vale.
Now that is a proper sword.
I'll have one like it myself someday.
¿Qué pasa, tío? ¿Cómo lo llevas?
You'll never have a sword like that. I say that as a friend. And if we're being honest, you are just a squire.
I will.
Ya la tendré, venga.
Of course, your lordship. After you take your rightful place on the Iron Throne.
I had a hand in it, you know.
A hand in what?
Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the
Buenas, Franch. Bienvenido.
He barely made it out of his tent.
Déjalo terminar, hombre.
Oh, he'll talk all night if you let him.
You captured the Kingslayer.
Aye. Well, I had a hand in it.
Aye.
Pues como un martes.
10 others took him down.
See? What I tell you?
I brought him to his knees.
Lord Forrester.
Not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Naren's honor.
I'm
A
questioning
ver,
Norren's
bueno, esto
story.
Sarito, enhorabuena por tu directo. Y por todas, gran jugadora. Saludos. Gracias.
Go on.
A ver.
Job.
Right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Garrett. I'll do it. Norren's family
has faithfully served House Forrester for centuries.
Los martes también son
His
jodidos,
honor is
tío.
beyond reproach, and House Tully is forever in his debt.
Hola,
Never
Jimboy,
seen a
¿qué
people
tal?
plowed so well
Pues
as the
aquí
day the
vamos.
Kingslayer
Que ya
dragged
tengo la
Boyd
afiliado
Norn across
casi,
the
tío.
battlefield.
Un directo o dos y ya lo tengo.
Fetch your cup. Tonight we celebrate.
A ver,
To Robb Stark, the king in the north.
Jimboy, no seas pelota, aquí no eres mod.
Tomorrow, we
Déjalo.
march on Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to lead the Young Wolf's army and ride as the vanguard.
Ya te dije yo que
Onward
si le dabas caña lo conseguirías. Pues sí.
to the Lannisters.
Iron from ice!
Got it.
Vale, al final me paso el juego esta
I need
noche.
you to keep an eye out for Roderick.
Ey,
As
pero
his
si
father,
está mi
I could
amigo
not be more
gay.
proud of the man he's become. On a night like this,
Amigo gay para
men
siempre.
find false
XD.
courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
Hola,
There's
Fusi, ¿qué
also a
tal?
question. What's
Saludos,
to be
amiga.
done with
Estoy
you?
en clase, pero aquí
Been on my
me
mind for
quedo
a while.
visualizando.
Something must be done.
What do you mean?
You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you?
Honrar a esta noble
To bring
casa.
honor to House Forrester, my lord.
You have more honor than those who were born to it. There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire, but you've erased
Chacho,
those
chacho.
doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow.
No soy mod,
Not as
pero
a
soy
squire,
amigo de la
but as the
señorita del
equal of any
canal.
man who
Pues sí.
serves House Forrester.
Aquí todos
It's
somos
well
amigos,
deserved,
coño.
Garrett. Your hard work has paid off.
Thank you, my lord. I promise. I won't let you down.
That I don't doubt. But for now, keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight. I wouldn't want the other squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my lord.
Now go and find Roderick if you can.
Seguro que la conozco
Hablo,
antes que
bueno.
tú. Eso lo dudo. Él me conoce antes. Él me conoció antes.
Empty. Squire, fetch us more wine.
Can you give me a hand?
Sera me hizo mod porque yo le cobro las cosas como son. Sí, hombre.
Do it yourself.
I've been a squire longer than you, which means I outrank you.
So? He told you, not me.
Go with Bowen.
Bueno, Virus es mi marido. O que no. El pringaillo este te conoció antes. Sí, yo conocí a Sarita antes. Hemos vivido cosas juntos. Ella lo sabe.
Let him fetch his own wine.
Solo hace el trabajo.
He's a drunk, a liar, and an arrogant prick.
You'd better watch your tongue, Bowen. It could be much worse.
What the fuck do you know about it? Nothing is worse than Nurin. See, that's where you're lucky. Low expectations.
Oh, perdone usted, señorita. El virus tiene un amor en cada puerto.
I suppose this beats pig farming,
Menudo perro.
but not by much.
Un marido en la distancia.
This is a job for a pig farmer.
Pues claro, coño.
All I'm saying is, at this rate, we'll never be more than this.
Así que llegas tarde, Jimboy.
Lowest of the low. For all I know, we could be squires for life. Pulling wine around a fucking well. What a waste of fucking time.
Give it time. You'll get there.
More easy for you to say. Maybe if my uncle were castellan at House Forrester, I'd feel different.
Who my uncle is has nothing to do with it. How much
Sí,
further?
sí, ya veo que
That's right over
sobro. Que no. El marinero me llaman a mí en el barrio.
Take your time.
You lot have drunk your share. Good thing, Lord Walder's in a generous mood.
Aquí se huele algo.
Phrase. Nice night for a wedding.
Están todos armados ahí.
Not often he finds a willing husband for one of his daughters.
Mejor hago como si no he visto nada.
What? What's wrong?
Bueno, sea como sea, nosotros nos conocemos desde hace varios años también. Desde los
I'm not carrying these by
tiempos.
myself. Not a fucking chance.
What's wrong with him? Something the matter? Boy,
Nada,
we have
nada,
to go.
vamos.
You
Ahora os
girls
leo,
in such a
chicos.
rush.
Que ahora se viene lo chungo.
We have to warn the others.
Good luck.
Cagada. Corre. Diosita. Venga, que tú puedes. Oh, menos mal, ¿eh? ¿Qué juego es? El del Juego de Tronos, la serie.
Ready, boys?
En plan, decisiones y eso.
Shoot that one. What?
Ah, mierda. File. A ver qué nos dicen por aquí. Desde los tiempos mozos de YouTube. Sí, aquí nos conocemos de tiempo. Sí, pero por otras cosas, virus. Tú y yo por otras cosas, claro. En aquel bar de travestis. ¿Te acuerdas? Que salimos vivos de milagro. Mira que te dije, aquel bar me daba mala espina. Eso te pasa por querer entrar en cualquier sitio. Y ya sabes, yo veo hueco y oscuridad y me meto. ¿Qué juego es? No le conozco, pero parece un tales, ¿no? Sí, es un telltales. Cagada. Ya me han matado la primera vez.
Ready, boys? Whoa! Shoot that one! What?
Toma. Vale. Ni sabía que este tenía juegos. Sí, tiene 2 o 3. Venga, tío. Uf. Venga, que podemos. A la mierda, que lo pise en la cara. Lo que tuvo más tirón de Walking Dead. Sí, eso tiene razón. Hostia.
Good fucking riddance.
find Roderick?
Speak up, Garrett.
Did you see him or not?
I tried to save him, but there was nothing I could do.
Where's my squire? You didn't leave him, did you? What happened to him? Speak up, boy.
I had to leave him. I had no other choice.
Find a weapon, quickly!
Venga. Mierda.
Walter Free, you fucking traitor!
Go, my lord, while there's still time.
Ya no puedo seguir más.
Seven hells.
You're wounded, my lord.
I've suffered worse.
Walter Frey says time to... Don't!
Guard this with your life. Return it to Ironrath.
Gracias por el follow, amiga.
There's no time to waste. I'll be damned if I let it fall into the hands of those traitors. You have to go.
You're welcome to the fucking torch.
I will do as you command, my lord.
You have served me well. I know I can count on you.
Sí, sí.
Tell your uncle. Tell him. The North Grove must never be lost. Tell no one but him. Do you understand? You must swear. Tell only your Uncle Duncan. The future of the house may depend on it.
I swear that I will, my lord.
Hey, it's those
Now
foresters.
go. On your honor, you must do this for your house. Go!
Yo también estoy terminando de pasar. Tengo que darle caña.
With love from Walter Frey.
Corre, coño. God lives. Gracias. Thank you. Oh, la intro me encanta. Tiru, tiruriru, tirurán. Oye, pues la han hecho igual, ¿eh? Me encanta. Vale, hierro desde el hielo. Camino real. Tierras de los Forrester. Un cerdo. ¿Qué hace ahí? Vale, toca movernos. Aquí hay sangre.
Blood. Fresh.
Está un cerdo muerto ahí. Sigamos. Hay una carreta ahí tirada. ¿Qué pasó?
That's Father's car.
Ay, esto medio resfriado, tío.
Lord Bolton better give us fucking titles for this. Winter may be coming, but at least still have his bacon. Move along, boy. There's nothing for you here.
Father,
I said move on.
I'm going to kill you.
Is that so? You can try if you like, and then we'll feed you to the pigs.
Get
Uy.
off my land!
This is Bolton land now, boy. Lord Bolton is the
Córtale
new
la
one.
cabeza, hombre.
I reckon he'd like a proper lordly sword like that.
No.
I'll have that sword, boy.
Vete a la mierda. Mierda.
All right. Finish this fucking pig farmer. Pathetic.
Venga, coge el palo, tío. O la hacha.
Really are a pig farmer, aren't you?
Toma. La espada es mía, hijo de fruta.
Mercy. Please. I beg of you. I have a family. They'll never survive without me. I have no quarrel with you. I was only following orders.
Vamos, tenemos piedad, tío.
Thank you.
Ale, vete.
Whitehill will see you hang for this. That much I promise.
Bien.
Father?
Garrett, you survived. Your sister. Oh, she hid. I tried to stop them.
Ya lo han matado también, tío.
I'll kill the men who did this.
Iron Rat. Fortaleza de la casa Forrester.
It's Garrett! Get the Castellan! Tell him his nephew survived!
Garrett!
I was too late. They were already dead.
Bring the maester. Meet us in the Great Hall. Quickly!
Two Whitehill soldiers? And a Bolton. They killed my family. And for what? My sister, she...
Pasan los subtítulos
only
demasiado
8 years old.
deprisa, tío.
This never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences. Thank you, Maester. The blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg. Your justice was swift. Some will call it vengeance. No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you. But the Whitehills won't see it that way.
I'd do it again if I had the chance.
If we don't respond with strength, they won't stop until they have everything. These maggots ought to help prevent infection. Hold the wound open for me, would you?
Qué dolor. Ay, 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 ay. Qué asco.
These are dark days, I fear. To lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal. Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A serious man, but he would have made a good lord.
Roderick and Lord Forrester. We can avenge them.
And attack House Frey. Now is the time to find allies, not enemies. The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now. Although he is young, and altogether unprepared to lead. Right. This might hurt a bit. Hold this for me, will you? I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son, Roderick. Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen.
He gave me a message to deliver.
A message? About what? What did he tell you?
He said, the North Grove could never be lost.
The North Grove. Interesting. Perhaps it's more than just a myth. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first, to see if you can put any weight on that leg. Go on. Don't stop now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
Vale. Pues a investigar.
The Ironwood Grove.
Vale, aquí hay un escudo.
An Ironwood shield.
The strongest wood in the known world. You seem to be favoring it. Always sad to see a warrior lose a leg.
I'm fine, Maester Ortengrin. Look, I'll show you. Mirror. Still in King's Landing, I suppose. Although, I wonder if they'll bring her home. Talia and Ethan. I suppose Lord Ethan now. Asher. Exiled to Essos, unfortunately. Roderick. He was our best warrior by far.
Lord Forrester.
It was an honor to squire for him. Gregor the Good. Lady Forrester. She's always been kind to me. Treated me like I was a Forrester myself. Ryan. Never easy being the fourth-born son.
Pues vale, aquí ya hemos
I
terminado.
may be mistaken. You do seem able to put weight on it.
Buenas, Josaku, ¿qué tal? Casco, los gusanos, tío.
Rather cute little creatures, aren't they?
I guess.
¿Cómo estás? Bien, me alegro. He estado jugando un rato al Remanant. Está mediodía y poco más. Y hoy me tiraré un ratillo aquí con este juego.
No, you see there? You're limping again.
I'm fine, really.
Mostrar espada.
It's a good thing you've done, bringing that back to House Forrester. By right, that belongs to Lord Ethan now. That sword has been handed down through 50 generations of Forresters.
¿Qué más nos dice este?
I'll admit, Did your leg feel weak?
No. I just wanted to ask you.
¿Por qué nos odian los Wittenhill? ¿Quién es el nuevo señor de la casa?
Who is the new lord of House Forrester?
Why, Ethan, of course. At the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve whichever noble house I was assigned. Advising the late Lord Forrester was an honor.
Yo esta mañana he estado haciendo cosas, tío.
There's still so much he has to learn, yet the very fate and future of this house rests in his hands. Which is rather frightening.
No he podido pasar. ¿Qué sucederá conmigo?
Why do the Whitehills hate the Forresters?
I think it's safe to say the feeling is mutual. There's been enmity between the two houses for as long as anyone can remember. I don't doubt someone killed someone, which led to more killings of someones, and then, well, here we are.
¿Los Wittenhill quieren nuestro Ironwood?
The Whitehills want Forrester Ironwood.
Ah, they'd take it all if we'd let them, especially now with the Boltons in power, and proceed to clear-cut every last inch of it until there's nothing left, just as they've done before.
¿Qué sucederá conmigo?
What will happen to me now?
Excellent question. Under normal circumstances, you could join Sir Royland and his men. Although, given the circumstances of your circumstances, it becomes a bit tricky, doesn't it? I suppose it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
Lord Forrester promoted me. At the Twins, I'm no longer a squire, if that matters.
It might, I suppose. But I'll defer to Lord Ethan on this.
¿Cómo va este juego? Pues acabo de comenzar.
Can I see Ethan? Is he here?
He is,
Está guay.
but I'm afraid he's indisposed at the moment. He prefers not
Es
to be
un
disturbed while
telltales
practicing
de
his
estos. ¿Puedo
Can I
irme
go
ya?
now?
I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but... Lady Forrester.
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family...
Que sí, niña, que se han muerto todos.
so sorry.
Me too.
Off to bed now. Hurry on. Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know. Whatever you can recall.
Se me gira la pantalla, coño.
No doubt he's tired, my lady. He said Lord Forrester was valiant to the end.
And what of Roderick? He was with you as well.
I'm sure it was chaos and confusion, but if you can remember anything...
Robb Stark named him to lead the van for the march on Casterly Rock.
A fitting tribute, no doubt. He was House Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my
Pues
lady.
sí.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he passed?
He mentioned something about the North Grove.
The North Grove? What of it?
He said, the North Grove must never be lost.
I see. You have the Forester's sword.
This belongs with Ethan now. He's the new lord of the house.
Thank you, Garrett.
Of course, my lady.
It demands a response.
It's too dangerous, especially now.
Now is the time to prove our strength.
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
Creo que viene lío.
Duncan, this was our land. They were our people. Your family.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the Whitehills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton and Ramsay Snow will want
Hoy
his
creo que me
retribution.
haré el capítulo 1 y el 2 de este
We're the
juego.
ones that should be demanding retribution.
They killed my family.
And they'll pay for what they've done. That much I promise. But now is not the time for vengeance.
It's not now. When?
We have to be smart. Ramsay Snow will be here within the week.
And what would you have us do? Nothing.
I would have us use our heads while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
He deserves to be heard.
My uncle's right. We need to be smart.
Smart. Eddard Stark was smart. And look where that got him. So, what's to be done?
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty. But now, this. I'll accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
I'd have done the same, as any man would.
It wasn't murder. It was justice.
Not in their eyes. It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take, which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay? Duncan, the boy has suffered enough.
But where would I go?
The one place beyond the reach of even House Bolton.
You're sending him to the wall. The boy's
Al
done
muro,
nothing
chaval.
wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution. Especially now, when the house is so vulnerable.
Uncle, you can't send me to the wall. I'm not a criminal.
There'd be nothing we could do to protect you. To stay would bring destruction upon us all. I know that's not what you want. I know it's difficult to understand. But you must think of the house.
I'll do what's asked of me.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
That settles it then.
You can have my horse.
No sé cuánto
And I'll see you have plenty of
durarán
food.
los
We
capítulos,
haven't much
tío.
time. The Whitehills will come looking for you.
Si duran menos que los de Walking Dead, le doy a otro.
Were it up to me, I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given the chance. I would. And God's willing, someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. I know you're not a criminal, but Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war.
You're the only family I have left.
In my heart, I know I'll see you again.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
What?
Lord Forrester's last words were, "The North Grove can never be lost."
Sorry, you caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed, if ever.
He said tell only you.
For good reason. Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. I assume you kept your word. You haven't told anyone else, have you? This is important, Garrett. I need to know the truth.
I told Maester Ortengrin and Lady Forrester.
I appreciate your honesty. But Lord Forrester's message was not meant for their ears. I'll speak with Lady Forrester, and I'll deal with the Maester. He's the last person I would trust with this information. Which is why, from this day forward, this must be our secret. Soon, I may need your help. But I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house. But
Vale.
don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help.
Pues nos
Iron
vamos.
from ice.
Iron from ice.
Remember, you represent House Forrester. Your actions at the war will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
I'll make you proud.
You already have.
Vale, vámonos para allá.
Garrett, wait! Be safe.
Qué mona. Hola, Fran. Gracias por el host. Voy también a compartir directo. Vale, gracias.
Ethan? Ethan!
Es Sam Forrester, Lord de la casa Forrester.
I couldn't find him. Could you?
Está ahí
Hides
detrás.
And if he was smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
You found me! Well done, Ryan. Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
A stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I
Qué
promise
mono
you.
los niños, tío.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the war.
Gareth es fuerte.
He'll be fine. Garrett is smart.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls
Está
you
para
milksop.
entrenar el chiquillo.
Sir Royland forgets himself.
Me
He doesn't know
subestima.
me or what I'm capable of.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know, but I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword. Like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
I promise I won't change.
Good, because I'd rather have a brother than a lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
Claro, el chaval este se ha convertido en el Lord.
Since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
You have to understand, being Lord is a great responsibility. I can't just fool around.
Thank you for that, Roderick.
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
Andando. Vamos chicos, compartir el directo, así llegarán más personitas.
What's the
No
matter?
cuesta nada.
Lord Whitehill has arrived.
Ojalá fuera así.
And certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Hay gente que sí que lo hace y hay
Can't
gente
you
que
meet
no.
with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
Fine. If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
A ver qué pasa.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Is, was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm. Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
I can handle Lord Whitehill.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house. My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself. I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Foresters finally get their due.
Venga ahí.
How dare you?
I dare, and I'll do as I damn well please. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and
Pobre
salt?
niño, tío.
You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much.
Calm yourself, old man.
You little fuck! That's how you talk to a lord? You Foresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries. You cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
That's enough, Lord Whitehill.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking
Vaya.
choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your
¿Qué
man
dices?
attacked us for no reason.
Si habéis matado a su
Yeah.
familia.
Attacked for no reason.
No reason. You murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
Your men attacked and drew first blood. They murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
I took care of it. He received his punishment and it's done. He's gone.
What? Gone? That was my justice to deliver, boy, and you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now
Ha.
bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Ja, ahora se callan todos con la mujer.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
I've heard enough, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
Venga, que la liamos.
May be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
You're a craven, Lord Whitehill.
Toma, ahí en la cara.
I was wrong about your son, my lady. He stood up to him like a true lord.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
Vale. Siguiente parte.
Your sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie
Mira
Tyrell's
Forrester,
favor.
Fortaleza
And Lady
Roja,
Marjorie's
desembarco
betrothal
del
to the
rey.
king may be enough to
Vale.
keep the Boltons at bay, if it's presented to her as it should be.
A ver qué hay aquí. Mirad.
Ethan made this for me. Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
A ver esto.
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Elena.
Lee esto, a ver.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Voy a ver cuánto llevo. Vale, casi una horita. A ver qué más hay por aquí. Vamos a escuadriñar todo.
Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday. King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Creo que esta es la que se casa con Roderick y lo envenena en la serie.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
A ver, abre.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm fine, thank you.
Of course, milady.
Seamos amables, tío.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
No es un buen momento.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
La reina malvada. ¿Qué digo yo?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but it was definitely an argument.
What did they say?
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble, but I thought you ought to know. Most people don't tend to notice a callboy, not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night, milady.
Buena nit.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for
Ah, no,
us
es
to
esta,
talk.
esta. La que mata al rey rubito. De mierda. Y me encanta cómo lo hace.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
My family wrote me, my lady.
I don't doubt they must be overcome with grief. But you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei
En el
herself
juego es
wanted
mucho
me
más
this
guapa
morning
que la
outside the
serie,
Royal
tío.
Sept.
La Stark.
She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
What does she intend to do?
She intends to make you miserable, knowing that will make me miserable as well. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
I'll do as you ask, my lady.
I knew I could trust you. Humor her.
Le hemos dado
Tell
nuestra
her what she
lealtad.
wants to hear.
Porque esta me cae bien.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us. You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Good luck.
Vale, vamos para adelante. A ver qué nos dice la perra de la reina, la Circe. Y el reyecito de mierda.
You can do this.
Venga, va. Hasta en la serie los he odiado a estos.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Elena no me cae bien, pero está muy loca.
I am honored, Your Grace.
Yet not honored enough to kneel, I see.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Joffrey is the one true king, Your Grace.
And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Yes, Your Grace. They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily. I take it this is the kind of loyalty the king can expect from you. If you have any loyalty
Hasta
at all.
que le va a satisfacer, tío.
Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent, and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
The girl has a remarkable talent for answering questions while in fact saying nothing at all.
El nano.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and
Es más
forge new
ligón, tío.
alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Our talent is unrivaled, Your Grace. Forrester Ironwood is highly sought after in the Seven Kingdoms.
So I'm told. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
Ahora sí que la satisface, ¿no? Qué asquerosa.
Beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
Ella solo siguió su corazón.
She was just following her heart, Your Grace.
And the very same heart so quickly led her to my son.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Que te den, tía.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she would...
Let the girl answer the question. Go on.
I must choose Marjorie, Your Grace. I serve at her pleasure.
Clearly your handmaiden does not have her priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
I'm not quite sure what to make of her. Not surprising, I suppose, for a northern girl, but not very encouraging either. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
I'll walk you out.
Ahí
This may
el
come as a
enano.
surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have
Tienes
my
que hacer
condolences
alguna
for his
misión.
loss. These would be trying
Pues
times
aquí,
for
¿no?
the family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
Aquí
You were
hay
brave to declare your
que
loyalty to Lady Marjorie.
decidir.
No doubt she was pleased, but Cersei, she will not soon forget what you said. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining. But it certainly wasn't what Cersei was expecting.
I wasn't trying to please her.
I think that was clear to everyone.
Toma.
My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find
En los
our
otros
amusements
juegos
where we
creo que sí había misiones
She
y
threatened
tal.
to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The
Que es
crown
en
needs
plan
boats,
LOL
boats
y
need
eso.
wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
Thank you for the advice, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Creo que queda un poquito más de capítulo.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
It didn't go very well.
I'm sorry. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. But
Y tanto, tía.
Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper.
La víbora.
I'm told he has a paramour, which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
He is quite handsome.
And quite passionate, from what I've heard. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like.
Con el niño rubio es asqueroso, tío.
If it meant you'd become queen.
Joffrey.
He does have a certain look about him. And he's always treated Lady Marjorie well. Which is more than you can say for his mother.
I'd marry anyone if it helped my family.
Right. Of course. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match.
Joder.
Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well? Sarah?
We're sorry, my lady. We were just having fun.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was rather disappointed by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over.
Pues no está tan enfadada, tío.
Sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Son difíciles de complacer.
People are not always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a fork.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Pide su ayuda, tía.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Prefiero hablar a solas.
I prefer to speak with you alone.
Hay cosas chungas, ¿eh?
Go on. Ask.
If you could ask Joffrey to intervene on behalf of my family. Ramsay Snow is on his way to Ironrath to see my brother bend the knee. If Joffrey could send a raven and tell the Boltons no one at House Forrester is to be harmed.
That is no small request, especially now. Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks.
Joffrey es
And now you
cabrón.
would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire? Joffrey will not look favorably on such a request.
I will forever be in your debt. My family will forever be in your debt.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Si es que no están muertos ya. Que la serie sí que estaba. Algunos. Camino real, bosque de los lobos. Algo chungo ha pasado.
7 elves.
Let's play a little game, shall we? Did you know my
Hostia,
ancestors
este.
wore the skins of their enemies as a coat? Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets, but the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it to these foresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at
Este la va a cagar.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh. Listen. There.
Corre.
Hear that? I know I heard something.
Corre, 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 corre. Que no te vean. Me pongo nerviosa, tío.
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise.
¿Cómo me llamarán a mí? ¿Por qué me dices eso?
I want to be like that, like my father.
Your father was well regarded by nearly everyone. that took years, if not decades, to earn. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore.
Joder. Que le parta las piernas, tío.
I've done nothing wrong. I was only trying to survive.
Lord Ethan. Maester.
Why did you kick this man?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
This house is doomed! We all fucking know it!
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
¿Por qué lo
2 shields
hiciste?
and 3 spears.
You stole from us.
I feared for my life. Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks truth.
I've a family to feed, and not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter.
Then you admit to the crime, in front of all gathered here.
I am only what this house made me. You cannot expect a man to live on loyalty alone.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the
Joder,
time for
3
harsh
dedos,
punishment. The men are on edge as
decapitarlo,
it is.
no
Need to
sé
know
qué.
they can't
Joder,
do whatever the fuck
pobre
they
hombre.
please. Their lord will not permit it.
You can send him to the war.
Show him mercy, my lord. He stole from us. Make him pay for what he's done. Give us justice.
I will decide.
Send him to the wall. Take his fingers. He's a thief. If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It will be an injustice, my lord. Please, my lord. My family depends on me.
I sentence you to the wall, where you will join the Night's Watch.
No, please, my lord.
Toma al muro.
Without me, they'll die.
Al menos vive, tío.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must mete out punishment when it's due. Not just yourself, of course.
It's a lord's duty, so I did it.
You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side. Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance. Possessing wisdom.
And I'm sure you think you'd be the perfect choice.
Me? Oh, gods no. I can't get involved. I am a maester. At the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve as such.
Hola Queen, ¿qué
There are
tal?
2 capable men for the role.
Pues aquí estamos probando este juego, que es el de Juego de Tronos, pero en decisiones, tipo el de The Walking Dead. No sabía que había un Juego de Tronos. Hay 3. Pero los otros 2 son en plan el LOL, League of Legends. Este es el único que hicieron de decisiones y eso.
I'll make the right choice as Sentinel.
Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
Y aquí estamos, casi acabando el primer capítulo. ¿Aparecen los personajes de la serie o son inventados? Sí, son los de la serie. A ver, maestre... A ver... Hablemos con el maestre. Se dignaron a copiar la serie, tío.
Yes, Lord Ethan.
Eso es lo
Are you
bueno.
prepared to name your sentinel?
What is it you're doing over here?
Admiring the ironwood, my lord. I studied it at the Citadel. The wood may be black, but I see gold. An entire forest of gold.
What do you mean?
It is our greatest asset, my lord. Why not give some of our ironwood to House Bolton and have them leave us be? We could ransom ourselves.
Está bien el
You
juego.
can hardly put a price on your own life, or the lives of those you love.
A sensible plan, Maester. It may come to that.
I'm glad to hear your mind is open to possibility.
Vamos a subir a la torre. A ver qué pasa. Creo que la hermana estaba por aquí. Ya le eché un ojo. Tiene buena pinta y buen gráfico el juego. La verdad es que sí. Vale, aquí está el hermanico.
Careful. Keep at it and you won't have much left. Something to pick your teeth with.
No, Ethan. Look at this. All good swords have a name. I call mine Two Brothers. I carved this to give me strength.
Qué
And
mono.
this, so I remember. I mean, I could never forget, but...
You honor Roderick with this. He was a strong one.
He was. Yeah. Someday, I'll have a real one. But not like that one. Only a lord could have that sword.
You'll have a good sword. I'm sure of it.
I watched you today. I saw what you did
Pues
to
creo
that
que
man.
también voy a hacer el segundo capítulo, ¿sabes?
Was he our enemy? A bad man? Everyone keeps talking about them. Enemies.
Rules mean nothing if we don't enforce them. It doesn't matter if he's good or bad. You can't steal. That's a rule.
Well, I say he was bad. Bad men killed Father and Roderick. They need someone to hurt them back. Even worse. I want a real sword. No one's afraid of wood. I'll find the men who took Roderick someday, and I'll make sure I have a real sword.
Pues
when
son
I do.
largos los capítulos, ¿sabes? La hermana, ¿dónde está? Este tío no dice nada. Este tampoco.
Sword up. Swing left. Parry. Wrong. I didn't know
Sir
dogs
Royland,
could hold swords.
A word?
Of course, my lord.
I have many decisions to make.
Pararé
I
para
wanted your
cenar y
advice.
luego continúa con el segundo, tío. Necesito un centinela.
I need to name a sentinel.
Ah, you do. And it's good you came to me. I know this house, and everyone here knows me. They know I can hold the reins, or wield the sword in equal measure. I'm the man you need. And might I remind you, it was Duncan Tuttle who sent Garrett to the wall. He undermined your authority, and made you look weak to the Whitehills. I would never do that to you. And if you pardon me saying so, I think your father would be proud. Seeing you make good choices as a young lord.
I haven't made my decision yet. But I appreciate your opinion.
So, when will you declare your decision, my lord?
Tonight, at the small council meeting.
Very good. I trust your judgment, my lord.
Ok, por esta noche se decidirá. Malcolm.
Ethan. Or should I say Lord Ethan?
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
I saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do, showing mercy to a man who admits his guilt. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow.
¿Por qué estás empacando?
Uncle, why are you packing? You're not going somewhere, are you?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
She has asked me to return with him, to help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree. I told her my place is here, that I'll be of no help to you in Essos. But she insisted. I will hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this. Just try to be kind to her.
Pues he comenzado a las 5:30
But you know that just
y ya son las 7:10, joder.
She's my mother. Of course I'll be gentle.
I know you will. You're good-hearted, my lord. That is your true strength.
Son bastante largos.
But my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job. He'd be a fine choice. And I'd trust him. Aye, Sir Royland is the man you want.
You're right. Sir Royland seems the man for the job.
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house. Duncan would
¿Y qué?
offer
¿Te ha
sage
gustado
advice,
el
but now is
Queen?
not the time to negotiate.
Thank you, Uncle.
Ethan, I need to talk to you.
Vale, esta quiere hablar con nosotras. Es la hermana, ¿vale?
Mother told me Mira has asked for Lady Marjorie's help.
Did she?
I knew we could rely on Mira. She always thinks of family above all else. Hopefully Lady Marjorie's influence will be enough. But right now I'm more concerned about you. I saw what you did to that man. You promised me you wouldn't change, and I believed you.
I can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the war without my knowledge.
I know. And that wasn't your fault.
But I'm the Lord. It's my responsibility. The people want me to lead. They need me to, but...
What?
¿Quién debe
Please, tell me.
Who should I name as my sentinel?
It should definitely be Duncan Tuttle. He's dependable and smart, and everyone trusts his judgment. Sir
Vale,
Roland is
Duncan.
unpredictable and likely to make matters worse.
You've always given me good advice. Thank you.
Vale, pues nombraremos a Duncan.
Duncan,
Yes, my lord.
I have much to consider and face a difficult decision.
Perhaps I can help. Your father often sought my counsel.
As Lord, I must name a sentinel.
Of course. And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight. And talking can sometimes help you make a decision.
Would you want to be the sentinel?
More than you can imagine, my lord. With all due
Pues te
respect
vamos a
for Sir
nombrar a
Roland,
ti.
there's no one better suited to the role than me.
Thank you.
Hola, Jorge, ¿qué tal?
I appreciate your advice.
I'm at your service, my lord.
¿Cómo estás? Vale, pues...
Our provisions are rather low, my lord. I made the count again, just to be sure.
How bad is it? How long could we hold the house?
We couldn't withstand a siege, my lord. If the Boltons or the Whitehills cut us off and wait us out, we'd only last a fortnight. But there are steps we can take. In the past, we've demanded food from the small folk to replenish our stores.
Se me oye bien.
Again, if you'd like. We've done it before in desperate times. The last long winter, my family had to give all our pigs to the house.
I trust you to make the right decision.
We'll have to take food from the small folk and hope they can fend for themselves. If the house falls, they'd all be worse for it. I'll see to the arrangements, my lord.
Bien, hoy hace calor por aquí. ¿Tú cómo estás, amiga? Bien, aquí estamos, dándole a este jueguito, que está muy bien. Es un telltales parecido al The Walking Dead. Pero en plan el Juego de Tronos, la serie. Aquí también hace calor. Pero dentro de casa hace fresquito. A ver.
My lord, are you now ready to name your sentinel?
Sí.
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
Vamos a nombrar al Duncan ese. A ver. Me alegro que estés bien. Igualmente, Jorge.
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. There was one man who stood above all others. Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision.
¿Te subió un poco la media? Sí, tío. Estoy casi en el afiliado.
Duncan Tuttle, you will be my sentinel.
Tuttle? This is reckless. Lord Ethan has made his choice. I will not disappoint you, my lord.
Now, Sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
Our scout says only a day's ride from here, with no time to waste.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
We can devise a plan to deal with him.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate.
Pues lo tengo ya en 2.85. Jorge. A ver si hoy le damos ya el empujón y ya lo consigo para mañana, tío.
I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted. This is the bloody small council.
Enough! Would my father have stood for this kind of bickering? Neither will I.
Sir Royland is clearly able and ready to take up arms, but the rest of our soldiers are not. We need to take a cunning approach. Diplomacy can be a sharper instrument than a sword.
Después de cenar creo que me voy a poner con el segundo capítulo.
Gentlemen, please.
No pensaba yo que eran tan largos los capítulos, coño. Casi llegó a las 2 horas de directo.
I don't doubt she did everything within her power to help us. You must make your opinion known.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough.
Negociaremos.
Maester Ortengrin has swayed me. We will offer the Boltons a share of the ironwood, and we will promise our people to harvest it, thus securing their safety.
As Sentinel and Castellan, I must warn against this. You may do this for some gain now, but in the end, it will starve this house.
If we don't, there may be no House Forrester at all.
If you aren't ready for a fight, you're bound to lose when one breaks out.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival.
We could offer him the ironwood in the courtyard.
My lord, making this kind of offer outright may simply embolden Ramsay. There could be trouble, and all the house will be there to see it. Meet him in the hall. It will be more private, and he will not have an audience to play against you.
Lord Ethan?
Invitaré a Ramsay al salón. Haré que Ramsay espere la entrada.
I will meet him in the Great Hall.
A wise move, my lord.
It's careless. Can't you see Tuttle is steering you wrong?
That's enough, Royland. Lord Ethan has given his command.
How many years have I served this house? I cannot listen to that bloody idiot anymore. Forgive me, my lord, but you are not ready to be lord of this house. You're likely
Que
to
te
get
den,
us all
tío.
killed.
Sit down at once.
Apologies, my son. But now that it is
Ahí
settled,
todo cabreado.
we know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow in the Great Hall.
And we will offer the ironwood, providing a safe future for this house.
And don't worry, Lord
Está ahí todo
Ethan. I will stand
cabreado.
beside you, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house.
My lord, you have named your sentinel, but you still seem conflicted. And no matter what, you can't be indecisive. Not if you want to help this house. Forgive me.
There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring him back.
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for it. He always protected you and your sister. And we need all the help we can get.
But won't he be Lord if he returns? Do you want him to take my place?
Of course not. He has no interest in such things. And that's not what I want either. Asher is volatile, but that is his strength too. Do you remember the miller's boy? How he
Chicos, ¿va bien el directo? Porque esto se me ha parado en el móvil.
Your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you.
I'm not like that, but I don't need to be, do I?
No, but you need someone who is standing beside you.
Ese es su tío.
I'm trying to do what's best for this family. What this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Fine. Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
La de Forrester recordará esto.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a Forrester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
Pues vale. Aposentos de la Lady Margaret. La fortaleza roja. ¿Esto qué es? Toma el sello.
Marjorie?
Oh. Lady Marjorie is still with the king? I thought you might want to know.
Thank you.
I thought we were friends, Mira. When you dismissed me the other day, I won't say it didn't hurt my feelings. We've known each other for years.
It's a private matter. You shouldn't take it personally.
Well, I did. I thought there was trust between us. Friends don't hold secrets from one another. Now Lady Marjorie thinks you don't trust me, and she values your opinion very much.
Sarah,
¿Qué pasó? ¿A qué viene esa carota?
My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
¿Cómo está Joffrey? ¿Está todo bien?
are you all right, my lady?
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family. I'll need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again.
Joder.
Nothing I said could cheer him.
What can I do to make this better, my lady?
There's nothing you can do, Mira.
Please don't hold it against me. Ramsay Snow is on his way to Ironrath.
Esta es la que envenenó a Joffrey en la serie, la pelirroja.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both.
Hola Alice, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo andas?
Raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Joder, ¿cuándo se va a terminar el capítulo, coño? Ya llevo casi 2 horas aquí.
Milady. Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
Es bueno verte.
I'm glad to see you.
Thank you, milady. I hope you saw. I was right before. About Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can you help me? My problems can't be solved by what you might overhear.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies. Hopefully I've proven I can be useful to you.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who... People who'd be willing to help you.
De ahí está el guardia, tío. Aquí creo que se han basado en los libros. No sé.
Where's Sir Royland? He should be here. The man values pride more than honor. We'll do without him. And without King's Landing. I know you'd hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men stand ready to act if needed.
Los dioses no nos favorecen.
Our plan is a good one. It will work so long as everyone does their part.
¿Qué? Sí. ¿Por qué? Porque dije, meto en mi habitación las piernas. Que tengo un dolor en las piernas y... Ahora, cuando acabe, que quedará poco ya.
Ironwood is near impervious to flame, my lord.
Mételos.
Is it?
May I introduce Lord Ramsay of House Bolton, son of Roose Bolton. Although a bastard, Lord Ramsay has the full authority of the Warden of the...
That's enough. Who is this little boy?
Vamos a comenzar.
Lord Ramsay, shall we begin? We do not wish to waste your time.
I'm afraid it's too late for that. Aren't you the little lord? Lord Whitehall told me you were young, but this...
Buena Mujica, ¿qué tal?
Look at you.
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Ironwood.
Carved by our most...
Yo le corto la cabeza a ese tío.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much. Don't know what's so special about it.
Your father will appreciate it, I hope. Our ironwood is highly sought after.
My father is not so easily impressed. Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn...
Given enough time, you could do a great many things.
Este es malote, ¿eh?
Apparently. It seems the Foresters have a talent for something after all.
Lord Ramsay, we have another gift. We'd like to offer to your father. There are several ironwood groves along the borders of our land, all producing tall, strong trees. We'd like to give your father 2 of these groves in tribute.
Give him. He is your warden. What's yours is already his. Look at that. More Foresters.
Lord
Qué cabrón.
Come out where I can see you.
No me gusta.
We really must focus on the business at hand.
Lord Ramsay, I understand you've come here for assurance of our fealty.
Fuck fealty. We came here for justice.
We'll get to your justice. First, let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton, Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say they're loyal.
My lord.
Ha! That wasn't so hard now, was it? Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty.
Yo le corto la
And I
cabeza,
care
¿en
even
serio?
less about a bunch of trees on some far-off hill. The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
You needn't worry. Your father will have what he needs.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust a Forester. They
Que no ni
murder our
pack.
men.
It was a Forester squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton.
He was within his right. They killed his family.
His right? He killed a loyal soldier in my father's army. Then you welcomed me into your hall like a proper lord, hoping I wouldn't linger outside long enough to notice your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do.
Córtasela.
So I've come up with a solution that will benefit
Ay, mierda.
everyone.
Los cascos me fallan
We'll
un
be taking
poco.
control of your ironwood from this day forward.
What?
What? The ironwood? But...
That is our livelihood.
Then you'd better well find...
Pues ahora me meto en el juego y lo mato.
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitehills don't? We are talking about trees.
Winter Hero Real. Nosotros somos los verdes
We have loyal
artesanos.
craftsmen who make the finest weapons. The Whitehills have no such craftsmen. Do you want ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before. To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
Joder.
At Ironrath, that we cannot abide. Ethan.
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more trouble.
We'll bar the gates.
Too late for that.
Aquí se viene algo chungo.
You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
You have no right. Whitehills have no place here.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Duncan, don't.
Look at this, little Forester. You're not frightened, are you?
Yo soy ese niño y le pateaba los huevos.
Lord
chaval.
Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
Ah, twins. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother.
Casco de tío.
I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
Leave my sister alone.
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go.
She's quite pretty, your sister. We'd get along well. I suppose you can stay. Aren't you the bold lord?
Por supuesto que sí, tío. Hostia.
What have you done?
But I don't want a bold lord. Far too much trouble.
Cagada.
Even though you did bend the knee. I think we've come to an understanding. I certainly feel better about all this.
What have you done?
However, the foresters need to
Se
keep
muere.
their end of the bargain. Take the boy as your ward. Kill him if they give you any trouble.
Qué cabrón, macho.
Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Somebody help.
Yo le parto la cabeza en 6 partes, tío.
Stop!
Don't take me!
Let it go!
Stop that! Help me!
Stop it!
Let me go! Do something!
Ethan? My son.
Muerto joven, tío. Tu historia ha comenzado. Próximamente en Juego de Tronos.
Ethan sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
Sobre las 10 estaré otra vez con este juego, si queréis pasaros. Así me da tiempo a pasarme por vuestros canales un rato.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties. Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged.
El John Nieve.
Until Ryan is home again. Our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
Estás offline. Conéctate para ver tus estadísticas. Telltales Games te permite verificar estadísticas de las elecciones de otros jugadores. Ver si estás en la mayoría o en la minoría. Pues por aquí lo dejo por el momento. Maximiza tu experiencia de Games of Thrones. Nah. Pues luego a las 10 estaré. Quien quiera pasar, que pase. Nos vemos, chicos y chicas, y gracias por haber pasado.